All right, Sleeper didn't have anyone worthwhile adding or who met the criteria in their trending, so we will move on to wide receiver waiver wire. We'll start at the bottom, like I said, shallow leagues, under 50 to 75%. Quentin Johnston, Deontay Johnson, Demarcus Robinson, Tyler Johnson, and Alec Pierce. There are a lot of Johnsons in the shallow leagues.
Yes.
For me, it's a Deontay thing here. I know it's funny because I traded him away last week. I may have given up underestimating the red rifle here. But for me, the shallow leagues, the 5 guys we added, 4 named Johnson, the best 2 for me are Deontay and Quentin. What do you got here?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, we saw the Rams offense. It was a disaster without the Puka and Cooper Kupp. Like, they didn't want to target their wide receivers because they're not that good. So I think we could kind of pass over those wide receivers of the Rams until they get back. Like, you could have them, it's fine. But yeah, like, if you get Deontay Johnson, hell yeah, give me Deontay Johnson. I know he's really good. Quentin Johnson, like, he's an upside shot. I like him too. So it'd be Deontay, then Quentin Johnson, and then like the other guys are kind of just like, throw them in a hat.
D-Hop is also in there. He meets the 65%.
Oh, yeah. I like D-Hop.
He's been so inconsistent and so unhealthy, but it's still, I think Deontay is easily the one for me. And then it's probably Quentin and Hopkins, but.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm exactly with you.
Medium tier here. I have I like Quentin Johnson so much. I have him added twice on this. That's how much I liked him. So we got Alan Lazard, Wan'Dale Robinson, Adam Thielen, who is hurt, so you might want to hold off on him. Xavier Legette, Jacoby Myers, Juwan Jennings, and anyways, my top guy I think is Wan'Dale here, who's getting the targets. Lazard. Rodgers loves to keep involved. Are you chasing the Juwan Jennings? I'm not. Yeah. Are you? You have any interest there?
If you need production in the short term while Kittle and Debo and those guys are out, yes, I will happily take Juwan Johnson. If I want somebody for the long-term play, I'm actually going to take Xavier Legette, the Carolina wide receiver, because Adam Thielen's out. Legette's going to step into a bigger role on Deontay. And we saw Anthony Dalton can make like the offense work. So I'm kind of curious to see what a rookie wide receiver has in that offense. But yeah, like I'll personally like go with Juwan Jennings, but he's probably going to cost a ton of money based on last week's performance. Like, you're going to have to throw the.
You can refresh the article so you don't have to add Quentin Johnston twice. That's how much I want to hammer down. Add Quentin Johnson off of waivers. He's in 2 separate.
Yes.
He's going to be my top quarterback ad too. You watch.
Look, let's go, baby.
Okay, so into the dart throw territory here at wide receiver, we got Jalen Tolbert, who's been hit and miss, but has made some very nice catches. Demario Douglas, if you want to deal with that mess. Jalen Naylor, who's been great. Calvin Austin, who was great last week. Same with Lil Jordan Humphrey in Denver. Jalen McMillan, who's a great stash to me. Trey Tucker's the speed guy, who's kind of Xavier worthy, except the dollar store version of it. He's out there running wind sprints. He's fast. Michael Wilson, who I'm amazed every week that his role is not larger. He's really good when healthy. Rashad Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, Tutu Atwell. This is an ugly group of names. I want to stash Jalen McMillan. As far as players, if I have to pick one to start next week, I'm comfortable starting Naylor, and I could be desperation pressed into starting Demario Douglas or Michael Wilson. But for me, it's start Naylor or add Naylor if I need a starter, add McMillan if I need a stash. How do you shake out the dart throw options here at wide receiver?
Yeah, like Naylor's been good in the role. Like, this is what we talk about with the KOC offense in Minnesota. He puts them guys in a position to win. So Naylor has proven that he's winning and he's doing good. So he's not getting a ton of targets, but he's doing enough targets to be fantasy viable. So yeah, if I want production this week, I'm going with that. I like Demario Douglas, but he scares the crap out of me. The first 2 weeks he did nothing. He wasn't used. Week 3 he came in. I don't know what to do with the New England offense. I'm just going to kind of stay away from Demario Douglas, even though he's probably the best wide receiver in this group.
For those of you listening who thought he said Naylor on the KC offense, he said KOC. Kevin O'Connell. Was it Kevin O'Connell? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell.
I just wanted to clarify. I heard you. I thought I'm like, he doesn't fucking play for KC. KOC. Yes,
I just got to say his name.
Sorry, continue. You caught me off guard, and I was like, he's not on fucking KC. Oh, KOC. Gotcha. All right. Continue.
Yeah. I'm really worried about the Patriots offense. I don't know, man. Like, the reason why it all worked out at the end because they got to garbage time by second half. By halftime, they were in garbage time. So then they just started chucking it to Mario Douglas. That does not seem part of their plans. And maybe that will be a consistent theme because they're just not a good team. maybe that will be how it ends up going. But yeah, like Douglas doesn't in games where they were close and they were winning, like he was completely out of the script and not a part of the offense. So I'm a little bit not as bearish on that one. So I'll just pass. I like McMillan as a stash. And yeah, like Naylor, if you need production, you could throw it at Trey Tucker, but they're playing Cleveland this week. So I don't think it's really going to work out for Trey Tucker this week.
That's interesting. You said you were worried about the New England offense. I don't think you can be worried about the New England offense because to be worried about something, it first has to actually exist. I don't think it exists.
Drake May, where are you? Drake May, come on.
Yeah. In this, dude, they get San Francisco this week. They cannot let him start this week. He got sacked 4 times in one drive against the Jets. The fucking 49ers are going to tee off on him. No, thank you. They'll murder him. Okay, so of this group of shit players at receiver here, who's your favorite? For me, it was Jalen Naylor. You got a guy that you like better? Or?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Tolbert. I like Tolbert too because he's on the top. Yeah, Naylor or Tolbert if you need production now. If you want to stash somebody, stash McMillan. That's how I would look at it. Because McMillan's a true handcuff wide receiver.
Tolbert's an interesting one where I like Tolbert, but I liked him a lot better before it looked like Ferguson came back and is going to be the number 2 in this offense. Ferguson, I think, is the 2, which means Tolbert's the 3, and he goes back to just like he's going to make some nice catches, but he was a lot more appealing last week. You even seen his targets plummet with Ferguson back.
Yeah, he's similar to Addison coming back. If Addison does come back for Naylor, I'll be a little bit more worried, but I don't think he's coming back right away.
So I guess to pick one from each category, I'm going shallow, Deontay, medium, give me some Wandale, and in the deeper ones, I'm taking Jalen Naylor. What are your 3 across the board here?
Yeah, it's the shallow. No matter what league you're in, grab Deontay if he's available. I think he's by far the best option. The medium leagues, production now, Juwan Jennings easy because of his role. If you want to stash somebody with upside, Xavier Legette. And on the bottom, I like Naylor. Naylor and Tolbert production if you need to stash someone, it's been going.
Cortland Sutton's another one. He was over. I think he's 79% rostered. Oh, yeah. So he didn't. I see him on Sleeper here, so he's one to add. He was over our 75% criteria, so I did mention him. But if he's available, he's got an opportunity there.